to know a little bit more about your journey. We don't have a lot of time, but we want to know a little bit about this amazing journey that you've had.
Well, I've had a very long journey.
Yes.
I started The Heart of a Man because I was dealing with depression. I was dealing with PTSD when I lost my mother to cancer, and I kept it a secret for such a long time. I felt broken, but I was taught that I can't be vulnerable. I got to be a man and tough. And that was really something that kept me in a cave for such a long time.
So how did you turn that?
I had to start getting the help I needed. I got a wake-up call.
You got a wake-up call?
I got a wake-up call.
What did that wake-up call look like?
Wake-up call looked like me saying to myself, enough is enough. I went and got help from a psychotherapist, a psychologist, and I started to talk about it, and I became vulnerable and more open to what I was going through as a man.
Did you talk to somebody else about that before you got the people to connect with, to talk to? Or did you keep it very quiet?
I kept quiet.
Yeah.
I kept quiet, because I was told as a man, we have to stay quiet, we have to be strong, we have to be tough. So we can't talk about it. But I talked about it to someone, and eventually I had some hope to go get the help I need.
How long ago was this?
This has been 10 years now. Actually, it was right when Bell Let's Talk started.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing, Donovan. Donovan leads a support group with his co-facilitator, Dave, who's also with us. Hey, Dave, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Nice to have you with us. How did you guys meet?
It was actually at a mental health festival called State of Mind Festival. It was run by actually a fellow friend of ours, Mike Stroh. It was, I saw Donovan speaking on stage, and my partner and I, we actually run a mental health and creativity organization called Create Being. We were there, and we connected with Donovan, and over the past year, just sharing our story together, realized how much we had in common. I lost my father at the same year he lost his mother.
Oh, wow.
And I've had similar struggles dealing with my own emotions and my own coming of manhood. And just being a part of Heart of a Man, realizing that there are a lot of other men you can touch and connect with.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I have to ask you about these shirts, too. Like, these are great shirts. Come on. Overcome, elevate, inspire. That's pretty cool. You need to get a shirt. It takes a lot of courage, as you and I know, to get out and speak in front of people, all right?
Yes.
That takes a lot of courage. It's even more courage to talk about personal experiences. And so where did you get that kind of drive to do that?
My courage came after I lost my mother.
Yes.
I decided that vulnerability is not seen as a weakness, but a sign of strength. I had to open up and say, you know what? It's time for me to do this for my mother, do this for my son, and do this for people that need it. I had to just get the help I needed, because it's time for me to share my story to help another man struggling and keep it inside. So that's why I did it. And that's where I got the courage. My mother, my son. And
that's why you're here.
Yes.
That's why you're doing what you do.
Yes.
That's what you're doing. I ask every guest today, Donovan, Dave, thank you for being with us. If someone's watching right now, what do you want to tell them?
If you're watching this right now, you can have the courage to share your story. Be empathetic towards that person going through that struggle. Be at ears to listen. Share what's going on inside. Give them a hug. Don't judge.
These are all the messages that you and I talked about before. Joe, final words?
You know, final words are, as we do this, we engage with people and we help them, and we have to stick with them. If the theme today is action speaks, then we stay with them, right? So we not only bring over a cup of coffee and watch things begin to change in your life, but, you know, in the world of mental health, I always say, you know, we're trying to help people thrive, not just survive. The first cup of coffee, you help them survive. The rest of the journey is to be there to help them thrive. Celebrating the successes, being with them at the downfalls. And so really, you know, I think 10 years later, we're way beyond identification. We're on the journey with each other, and we're helping people survive and then to thrive. And that thriving, as you can see,
is right there.
Is unbelievable.
Unbelievable, Donovan. Dave, thank you so much. Joe, thank you for doing this with me once again. Let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Hope you're inspired. I know I am. See you next time.